What happens now is that we're using this, the luxury of the summer, which is quite nice, to tell you the truth, because we were so swamped last semester with the negotiation that was thousands of hours, plus the meetings that we had, plus informing the membership one-on-one, doing all those meetings that we did throughout the departments, talking to people, and managing our classes and assignments as well. And so this summer what we're doing is trying to get some systems in order, and we're going to get some systems in order to handle the communications, to handle the membership, to know we need to think about exactly what is going to be our budget, what are our expenses, how we're going to do that. We are a volunteer organization, as you know. We are an executive board. We don't have any staff yet. We have to decide with our budget what kind of staff we'll have. We are very aware that communication is our strongest weapon, our weapon tool. I like tool better.
And what kinds of things do you want the membership to know now?
I want them to know that they are protected by the union, that the union is strong, and that we will get those things that are needed for them to have confidence in us, more confidence than perhaps what they have now. But the confidence, I think a lot of it is based on the economy as well, and that everyone is nervous. They want job security. We know that what our membership has said that they want most of all is job security. And we have, through this contract that we got, there is an avenue towards some job security.
Can the union have that much power against the economic forces in a down economy?
Well, we certainly can have more power as a collective than we can have as individuals. And that as a collective, we've already taken care of some individuals who have been treated unfairly by the university. We've also are working on some other ideas. This is our first contract. We're a new union. I would suspect, just as the Graduate Employees Union has grown and strengthened over its 3 contracts, that we will as well. We are a constituency that's not used to unions. I've never had any union experience at all. I mean, I lived in Washington, D.C., and there were no factories. None of my family had any union experience. I've always been a fan of collectives in terms of strength. I'm a feminist, and it's only until women thought of themselves as a class rather than as individuals were we able to create any kind of progress. And I think that I bring that to my union experience. But boy, I'm a learner. I'm learning. It's kind of like a learning on the job.
What do you think that in this contract, as you look at the process that you came through, what are your successes and what are your failures, and what do you hope to strengthen over time?
Well, our successes are that one of the things, first of all, we formed. We got to be a union, and it's a long, drawn-out process with people who are not familiar with it and that have never. It's in higher education, even though we're one of the last universities in Michigan to have the non-tenured track faculty form a union, organize and form a union. So I think that that's a success. We're a success in that we got through the negotiation process. We got pay raises where there weren't merit pay raises where there weren't going to be any. That we got a 10% raise on the minimum salary. We got we saved the merit pay early on when the university was going to deny it, and we filed an unfair labor practices, and they came around on that. I think getting the contract in this economic climate was an amazing success. And it was, I can't tell you, Bonnie, how much work so many of us did on that. And I was not one of the hard workers, not one of the hardest workers, but I was a hard worker, and I put in many, many hours. There are others that put in a lot more.
Where do you go from here? What would be your priorities in terms of what you would like to see in the future?
Certainly some recognition of seniority, certainly some working conditions that are better for some of us. Some of us don't have an office. Some of us are sharing offices. I'm anxious for us to be the union of non-tenured faculty, non-tenured track faculty, and all of us who are fixed term and non-tenured track get recognized for the value that we are to this university and how it is that we support the university through our teaching. We like our teaching and like the university very much, and we want to remain a part of it and help in its growth. And
how will you determine the percentage that you will use for dues? What will the dues be used for?
The dues will be used for running the office, however we determine that is. I would guarantee you that it's in our best interest to keep the dues as low as can be, as we possibly can. Our expenses will be an office space, it'll be a staff person, it'll be paying some dues to the AFT so that we have the negotiators and the grievance people who are experienced. We need to set up a steward system within the departments, and just as running any office or any organization, there are costs. We're not intending to do it high end, and we're not intending to do it at the lowest end, but we're going to be as frugal as we can be in order to really serve our members and our bargaining unit.